Kneeling on all fours with the hips directly above the knees and the shoulders directly above the hands. Hands shoulder width apart. Looking straight down at the floor between your hands with a nice long neck, and avoid any sagging of the back or rounding of the back. Trying to be in a gentle, neutral spinal position. Here, if you imagine the hand is the shoulder blade on the right and the black mat is the rib cage, we're looking for the scapula to sit down flat on the rib cage. The inner border of the scapula should not be lifted. Yeah? This is called scapular winging. So from this position, first of all, we want to imagine the rib cage lifting up to come and dock more firmly underneath the scapula on the back. Once you've elevated the thorax and ribs as high as you can, if you think of pushing through the base of your thumbs 10 or 20% more, this will assist the contraction of the serratus anterior muscle, which holds the scapula flat to the rib cage. You will need your physiotherapist's instructions and feedback on how well you are performing this. Initially, just practice holding for 10 seconds, relaxing off slightly, allowing the thorax to sink an inch or two towards the mat before gently repeating, lifting the thorax up to meet underneath the shoulder blades, pushing 10 to 20% through the base of the thumb. Perform reps and sets as instructed. A progression is to sustain this controlled contraction and to bring the weight slightly further over onto one hand whilst maintaining that scapular position. You may be instructed to give additional push through the base of here the right thumb to sustain a good docked scapular position. Between repetitions, return to the middle. Practice as instructed on the side or sides relevant to you. Further progression, once performing this well, with good serratus performance, is to progress to a one-arm hold. Again, sustaining a docked scapula flat on the rib cage with good serratus activation. Build up reps and sets as instructed. Alternative stages include a mini serratus press up. Bring the hands slightly narrower. Again, switch on lifting the thorax and ribs, pushing through the base of the thumbs. Ensure good activation of serratus before slowly bending the elbows. Concentrate on keeping the scapula sucked in tight on the ribs. Perform to the depth instructed for you. This may include end range holds depending on your ability. Return. Let the thorax relax and take relative rest. Re-engage, lifting the ribs and thorax up to meet the scapula, pushing through the base of the thumbs as instructed. This can be progressed further into the full press-up position, taking significantly more weight. The quality and control and the shoulder girdle is key. So do listen to feedback from the physio.